Dartini, welcome in. Dartini, how's everything going? Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully everybody's doing good tonight. Mm, thank you so much, Dartini. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're going day by day today. Thank you so much. Good to see you. So my cousin Elsa. She lives up in Washington. She's a doctor, so she's been kind of the mouthpiece for the family. And because my cousin doesn't have, I think I told you guys this yesterday, but she doesn't have family. So when the doctors have to, hey Julia, welcome in. When the doctors have something to say, they talk to her about it. But my cousin Monica, she can't take in any new information about her health, so she needs a spokesperson. So they call my cousin, and they want to discharge her from the hospital, but we just don't feel like she's ready yet. Thank you so much for the heart hands. I really appreciate that, Ardini. We just don't feel that she's ready yet. We have to organize the care system for the family. We have all the people that are willing to volunteer, but we just don't know. It's just a very sad. Yeah, at the hospital she is. Do they have a Kaiser up there in North California, Tortini? Um, mm, she's in Kaiser over here in Fontana, which is like one of the original hospitals. She's doing really good there. Um, but it's really interesting though. They want to send her home, but there is no family to pick her. She doesn't have intermediate family or anybody living with her to pick her up. And as an extended family, we don't feel that she's ready to come home because she's still, yeah. We just don't feel ready. She's ready to come home yet. So we're just waiting. Yeah, Dartini definitely gives you a different perspective. You know, my aunt when she passed, it was sad, but it was one of those things where they had a good life. My mom's 84. She has progressive COPD, so she's suffering a lot. So when it finally happens, it's one of those things that's sad, but it's expected. Whereas my cousin, she's only 48 years old, and yeah, yeah, it's one of those things that just Mexi Pino, welcome in. One of those things that just kind of makes you think what's worth it and what isn't. What am I spending my time on? Hey, Marie Seaside, yeah, she's very young. Hey, Fortnite, J for you, welcome in. To those of you on YouTube, this is a professional children's literature hour. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Just waiting for 10 minutes after the hour, or 10 or 20 people in the room. Earlier today, the East Coast Week, we had really good titles. I think I'm going to read some of them to you guys again. I'm going to read two of them. Two of them are really good. Yes, Marie Seaside, definitely. Prince Hairflip, welcome in. Prince Hairflip, you've been staying up late, huh? It's good to see you, though. Really good to see you. We'll be in a couple minutes. We're just waiting for 10 people in the room, 20 people in the room, or 10 minutes after the hour. really good to see everybody. Welcome back. Oh, just waking up. Yeah, I was telling you the live earlier that with the hour that we got, the hour that we lost, it's finally catching up to me. I came home and I slept until like 6:15, 6:20, which isn't. I usually sleep until 5:30, and then get ready for the next part of the day. Rest up and then do what I have to do. Bree, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and begin. We read some really good titles earlier, so we're going to read two of those. I'm going to read this one again. This one's called Grown with Love. This one is a really cute one because it's about plants. So anybody who's a plant lover. And then the illustrations are really good. We love a good end page. Lots of different potted plants. Brie, it does. I tried to set my alarm for the East Coast, but my body just won't. Prince Airplane, right? Yeah, Maurice said this one is a good one. Definitely, we love our plants. Grown with love. And you'll definitely feel it in this book, especially with the illustrations. Oliver's favorite part about being a scientist was solving problems through plants, but not just any plants. So here we have Oliver in his little plant laboratory, and he just loved his plants. Oliver's favorite part about being a scientist was solving problems through plants. He was a plant grafter, which meant he could take two plants and create a whole new one. Plants are smart. They know who likes them and who doesn't. A plant grafter. That's a new word today that I did not know of. I mean, I know somewhere I've been exposed. Dartini dreamed off, right? I know I've been exposed somewhere to taking two different plants and making them one, but actually a plant grafter. But Oliver's plants were more than just smart. They could help people. Really good art on this one too. I really like this dark black image here with this little light that shines on the plant. Mr. Finch, for example, had a job to do no matter the weather. So Oliver grafted the Clematis Endurus, which kept him dry even in the harshest conditions. So he grafted this plant together and he made it into an umbrella. Look at how pretty that is. So that Mr. Finch, the post office guy, could stay warm. Miss Culp suffered from back problems and needed some help around the house. For her, Oliver invented the Hausum Immaculatus, a plant that would make house chores a breeze. Hey, Sarah Rose, welcome in. So a plant that would help clean around the house, do the ironing, do the dusting, take out the trash. So for Mrs. Culp, her back would go out, so she needed help. And for Miss Lloyd, whose puppy kept running away, he created the shrub architectus, which could take the form of any structure. In this case, a fence around her yard. So for Miss Lloyd, she got this really gorgeous ivy and shrubs. She loves a good immaculate garden. There wasn't a problem Oliver couldn't fix until he met Miss Crofton Bottom. She appeared to have black thumbitis. She could not keep one single plant alive, no matter how hard she tried. Aw, Miss Crofton Bottom. Look at her little house. It's got like a little yellow tinge to it. Trees are dead. She's got no front landscape. Nothing grows here. Is there something you can do? Luckily, Oliver had just the solution. A fast-growing, multiplying, self-caring plant that could replenish her garden in only 2 days. Oliver planted it with care, fed it, and he spoke to it. Talking to plants makes them feel loved. And just a few hours later, so there's Miss Crafton Bottom. She's a little cranky looking, a little dingy. So Oliver came with his own little plant, planted it, loved it, talked to it, grew it. The plant was dead as a doornail. See, I told you, nothing grows here. So that plant that Oliver invested some time ended up dying. Miss Crafton Bottom, look at her, she's like, see, nothing grows here. Perhaps the soil was the problem. A plant he'd created specifically for tricky soils would solve Miss Crafton Bottom's dilemma. Or maybe not. So he planted another one thinking that the soil might be the issue. Look at these really pretty purple ones. But then that died too. Oliver's got his work cut out for him. The plants. Hey, Pipeline Dreams, welcome in. This was going to be challenging. Miss Crafton Bottom needed something strong. The hardiest of Oliver's creations, the Daisy Heavy Dutyum, aka the Challenger. Nothing could kill this strong Daisy. So he goes into his vault and he finds this. Look at that plant. It's a daisy filled with muscles. Except for Miss Crafton Bottom. It was dead, miserably, dreadfully dead. Miss Crafton Bottom was right. Nothing in her garden grew. So look at that strong daisy ended up withered and dead. Oh, Dartini's your favorite flower? Her case of black thumbitis was unlike anything Oliver had ever seen before, possibly an incurable one. Come on in for a glass of milk. You'll feel better. Thank you. Oh. So Oliver's feeling a little defeated. Miss Crafton Bottom, she gets it. So she invites him in for some milk. With Miss Crafton Bottom's kindness and lovely refreshment, Oliver's thoughts refreshed too. And that was when he noticed no one else around, not even a pet. Miss Crafton Bottom's house seemed barren. So he goes inside Mrs. Crafton Bottom's home, and it's a little dingy. It's a little dingy, but I love this brown hue that they give this picture. She's got a lot of brown. She loves a good brown. It's a little dingy. And then we turn the page and there's no words. We're going to look at each of the individual pictures because these pictures tell a story. So here she is, Miss Crafton Bottom, and it looks like it was her husband. The Crafton Bottoms pies go national. So it looks like they were pretty successful bakers when they were younger. This is Miss Crafton Bottom, probably in the 70s and the 80s, in the 50s, 60s. Best Pie Award. 45th Best Pie. The 45th anniversary Best Pie. And then look at over here, guys. 46. Mr. Crafton Bottom's dead. Hey, Tanya, welcome in. Tanya, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. Tanya, are you at work? So Miss Crafton Bottom, she brings a picture of Mr. Crafton Bottom. Looks like he passed. So that might be why Miss Crafton Bottom has gotten a dingy home. Then it all made sense. Oh, you're homesick with the flu? How are you feeling? Miss K hypothesis. 1. Plants need love and care to survive. 2. Miss Crafton Bottom is lonely. And 3. If Miss Crafton Bottom thrives, then so will her plants. Isn't that sweet? Very simple. A plant plus love means growth. Miss Crafton Bottom, she's a little lonely after Mr. Crafton Bottom passed. Back in his lab, Oliver prepared a pot for his test subject. He took 2 plants, snipped their stems, and joined them into 2. So Oliver got right to work. He wants to give Mrs. Crafton Bottom her own plant. She's a little lonely. Next, he made a few phone calls. Mr. Finch, Miss Culp, and Miss Lloyd, the neighbors, the ones that we saw earlier. And last, to test his theory, they visited Miss Crafton Bottom. Aww. All the neighbors came to visit her. And infused her with love. They offered relief. They provided shelter. And that formed something new. Notice how Mrs. Crafton Bottom's, her filter was a brown, dingy brown, but now look at her filter. It's a bright pink. A clean, bright pink. Because look at all the neighbors came to visit her. Oh, and then you're feeling, oh no, it's going around to the family. And restored what was lost. Oliver's hypothesis was accurate, and the treatment was working. Oh, look at Miss Crafton Bottom. She gets this really bright, this really pastelish looking pink now. She's not so dingy anymore. And now Oliver comes to visit Miss Crafton Bottom. Yeah, Tanya, we moved from Valentine's Day to spring. We are in our spring era. We're still in winter because it doesn't have any decorations yet. But just in case, he set up a maintenance plan that ensured everlasting blooms and a lifetime supply of Miss Crafton Bottom's famous loveberry pies. Aww. Here's Miss Crafton Bottom. She's happy now. She's got a whole social life. And look at her house isn't dingy anymore. She's got a lot of green shrubbery. And people have brought their other plants. Oh, Tanya, I've been away for 3 weeks. The end. Grown with love. Definitely a good way to start the live. This is definitely a 10 out of 10. Yeah, Tanya, I was off for 3 weeks. I had a family emergency. My cousin. This is my cousin right here. It says us when we were 18. I was 18, 19. She was 16, 17. My ride or die, my cousin. She got a brain tumor. She's been in the hospital for the last 3 weeks. So we had to take time off to take care of her. She's doing good. But we're day by day right now. I've been receiving your text too, and I'm sorry I haven't got to them. All right, in the comment section, grown with love. Definitely a 10 on this one. Okay, next we are going to read. Let's find a fresh new title, one that we didn't read during the East Coast feed. This one's going to be really cute. This one's called The Yowlers. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. This one's called The Yowlers. This one definitely is a Halloween book, but we just love anything. I think this is recently published too. This was published 2024. I think you guys are going to really like this one. The Yowlers. Most people have days when they feel grumpy. But at the Yowlers' house, grumpiness is the way of life. Definitely still 10. Yeah, this one looks really cute. I can see it. The Yowlers. Most people have days when they feel grumpy. But at the Yowlers' house, grumpiness was a way of life. Kristen Stevens, I'm very grumpy today, so very fitting, yes. So they've got their little house there. They've got a cloud that is only above their home. There's lots of rain happening. And the Yowlers, they're kind of creepy looking. They're like little monsters. Kristen Stevens, you really like it. Yeah, we have our St. Patrick's Day background on there, John. Hey, John, how are you doing? Papa Yowler didn't garden. He grumbled. He didn't clean. He clamored. And fixing things always became a fuss. The Yowlers. Dad, big grump. There was nothing he didn't do where he wasn't complaining about it. They've got a leak. I'm doing really good. Thank you so much. Mama Yowler didn't shop. She shrieked. She didn't make meals. She made a mess. And bath time always became a brawl. I'm kind of liking the mom's life. Mama Yowler didn't shop. She shrieked. She got frustrated. Those prices out of stock. Yep. She didn't make meals. She made a mess. And bath time always became a brawl. So it's a fight. She's overwhelmed. And Dad didn't fix that. The Papa Yowler didn't fix that leak in the roof there. Sarah and Sonia Yowler didn't share. They shouted. If they didn't win, they wailed. And taking turns always became a tiff. Highly dysfunctional family, but I think that's how the Yowlers loved it. And in every corner of the neighborhood, baby Yowlers crying could be heard all day and night. So the babies, no different. They would be crying all night. Look at, they're the only ones with the cloud above their house. Yeah. One day, a moving van pulled up in front of the house next door. The new family was doing something weird with their teeth. Mama Yowl grumped back inside without saying hello. So there's Mama Yowler looking at the weird neighbors doing something weird with their teeth. And I think the thing that they were doing was smiling. The new neighbors. Welcome to the neighborhood. When Sarah and Sonia got home from school, ready to howl over homework, they spotted the new boys outside. Come play, one of the boys called. The boys will really like these kids. So the boys are the new neighbors and the sisters are the Yowlers. Carbimbo, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. What are we supposed to do with a ball? Sarah asked Sonia. Something must be wrong with it, Sonia replied. They don't know what to do with it. Maybe it's going to explode, or maybe it's rolled in dog poop. They don't know how to handle that. The new kids introduced themselves. I'm Ted Nicely, and this is my brother, Tim. We'll show you how to play, Tim said. Aw. Tim Nicely and Ted Nicely. Tim and Ted Nicely are the new neighbors. Look at the sisters, they're happy. They got a big smile on their face. At play practice the next day, Sonia accidentally mixed up her lines. Her face turned red and the other kids got ready for her to rage. Oh, so they had a reputation at school. Accidentally mixed up her lines and her face turned red and the other kids got ready for her to rage. Look at the other kids. They're all scared. But Sonia remembered Ted and Tim. They didn't laugh at her for not knowing what to do with the soccer ball. Sonia kept reading without any fuss. Oh, okay. There's a nice little rainbow over the top. Later that evening, Sarah spilled her milk at dinner. Papa Yeller began to holler. Sarah opened her mouth to scream back, but then she thought about how the play had been more fun without any tantrums. So they're back at home, and Dad was about ready to pop because she spilled her milk. And she was going to go nuts too, but she thought, you know what? Let's try being nice. She jumped up from the table and grabbed a towel. It's okay, Papa. I'll clean it up. Aww. She's breaking this family cycle of dysfunction. The next day, Mama told Papa, I'm worried about the girls. They're acting awfully funny. Did you take their temperature? Papa asked. It was fine, Mama said, so I let them go over to the Niceleys. Why are they always at the Niceleys? Papa asked. I'm going to get them. Papa was surprised by the strange squealing sounds coming from the kids. Watching them play gave him a weird feeling in his chest, and it got even weirder when Mr. and Miss Nicely came out and introduced themselves. Uh-oh, the Niceleys are getting to them. The Niceleys. When Papa got back, something was wrong with his face. Mr. Nicely wants to mow our lawn with his new lawnmower, he said, and Miss Nicely gave me these cookies. But what about the girls? Mama asked. Papa shrugged. I said they could play for a few more minutes. Well, lucky them. Now take the baby so I can clean the kitchen, Mama commanded. Mama's not going to clean the kitchen. She's going to make it a mess. Papa began to grumble. He wanted to watch TV, but he thought about how Mr. Nicely was mowing their lawn. The baby and I will clean up, he said. Uh-oh. Nicely's getting contagious. Look at the smile on Papa's face. Mama took a bite of a cookie. Could that be what was making everyone so strangely? She waited a few minutes and took a bigger bite. Still, nothing happened. But when Mama thought about how peaceful her home had become, an odd feeling came over her. Then Papa called out, would you come here, please? Normally, Mama would say no. She was busy herself. But Papa Yowler had asked nicely. He wasn't commanding. He was courteous. Everybody's getting an attack of the Niceleys. Look at the daughters. They're not fighting. They're cleaning the kitchen. The dad, he's participating too. Mom, she's happy. Mama couldn't believe her eyes. The girls were doing the dishes, and Papa was showing his teeth in a nice way that made Mama's heart flutter. I'm making you a special treat, Papa said. Do you want strawberries or raspberries? Before she could answer, Baby Yowler pressed the blender's on button. Aw, everybody's doing nice things for one. Right, Ashley? Everybody's doing nice things for one another. And look at Papa Yowler. Then Baby made a sound he'd never made before. And before they knew it, the whole Yowler founder found themselves joining in. He started squealing. He pushed the button and look at everything came out. Look at the Yowlers. They're all happy. The big smile is on their face. From then on, grumpiness was no longer the Yowlers' way of life. Usually. And then look at the dad. Everybody else is happy. Everybody got cleaned up too. Dad got mad at the rabbit took a little piece of the carrot. The end. The Yowlers. This is a really good book. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. Really good titles. All right. We started the live with Grow with Love for our plant lovers. And then for those of you who are a little grouchy today because you lost an hour of sleep, the Owlers. Definitely good. In the comment section, let's see what you're thinking. If you liked 1, Grown with Love, put a 1. If you like 2, The Owlers, I'm going to say 1 and 2. I can't choose from either of these. These are really good titles. Really good art, really good titles. Tanya 2, Ashley 2, Lindsay Armstrong 2. I agree. I agree. Okay. We're going to read this one again. We read this one during the East Coast feed. This is a really good one. So when we finish this one, you guys are going to get 3 back-to-back good titles. This one's a really good one because of the story and then the art. Oh, your fish had 2 babies, Tanya? Oh, how fun. How's the car deal going? Did you get a replacement car? This one is called No More Chairs. You're going to really love the art on this one, and you're going to love the story. We love a good end page. We love a good end page. We love these deep, rich colors, these oranges, these yellows, these greens. Oh, the car is all done with got all the money. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad they gave you some money. No More Chairs. It says this, the illustrations for this book were created in pencil, ink, and watercolor and assembled digitally. And it was printed in 2025, so last year. No More Chairs. You're going to really love this one. On the first day of school, we all were excited and a bit nervous. This would definitely be a great book for the fall. Gorgeous colors, lots of details. The artist in this knows their patterns, they know their colors. Anybody who can take a lot of color and a lot of patterns and put them together in a picture, very talented. And it's not like confusing or overwhelming. So if you start over here, you get these gorgeous greens and oranges and reds. Watercolors. Isn't those pretty? And then look at all the patterns. You've got these square patterns, stripes, lines. You have more patterns over here. And then just a wash of color over the patterns. A wash. And then a very brown, typical school. As we filed into Mr. Gill's classroom and took our seats, we noticed there was an empty chair in the front. We asked Mr. Gill who it was for. He answered with a story about when he was a kid. Hey, welcome back, Angel. Guys, Angel's new book is on the TikTok shop. If you click in her bio, you'll be able to find it. So here's Mr. Gill, the teacher. Mr. Gill always had an empty chair in the front. And Mr. Gill started telling the story about when he was a kid. I grew up in New York City. Archie was my best friend. So there's Mr. Gill when he was a kid and his best friend Archie. And then look at this. Look at these illustrations here. New York City, 50s. Look at those illustrations and the colors in the background. Again, oranges and yellows, golds, maroons, greens. One Saturday, when I was about your age, Archie and I were going to a birthday party. We dressed up in our Sunday best, wearing suit jackets and dress shoes. So him and his friend Archie probably going to a birthday party at their friend's house, classmate's house. getting ready for the day, getting ready for the celebration. Birthday parties were always big events. We couldn't wait to get to Steve's party to see our friends, play games, and eat cake. So, definitely a New York backdrop there. Look at that house, the brownstone. Gorgeous. Look at how pretty this is. Isn't that a gorgeous combination of colors? Greens, reds, yellows, shadows of green, more green or more reds and yellows. Looks like they got a paintbrush and just dabbled it and made some leaves. Isn't that pretty? Steve lived in a grand apartment building. It had a fancy lobby. So there's Steve. We don't know who Steve is. They're going to go to Steve's birthday party. That kind of looks like the Flatiron building in New York, in Manhattan. Very fancy. It even had an elevator operator. He whisked us up to the 7th floor, where he rang the bell with great anticipation. So they got into the elevator. Look at how pretty this, I just love this picture here. This orange, just the combination of colors. Oranges, reds, browns, blacks. And even the characters, you know, this is a white character, this is a black character, but they're washed in color. And then you have this lady here. She's not a particular strong character in this story. She's just a passerby, but look at her colors. She's got some violets and pinks and blues in there. Steve's mother answered the door. She said nothing at first, just looked at us carefully. I wondered if there was something on my jacket or if my shirt was untucked. Finally, she spoke. Uh-oh. She's got a really gorgeous, probably like an emerald colored dress. She opens the door. He doesn't look too comfortable. You can come into the party, Daniel, but your friend cannot, because there are no more chairs. I was stunned. I had been to Steve's apartment before, and I knew they had a lot of chairs. I think you have enough chairs, I said. And even if you don't, we can sit on the floor. From the corner of my eye, I could see Archie look away. I could see Archie look away. Steve's mother told me I didn't understand. There are no more chairs. I can go home and bring a chair so there will be enough for everyone, I suggested. Steve's mother raised her voice and said, Daniel, there are no more chairs. You can come in, but your friend has to leave. Wasn't it very nice? She just put a damper on that whole party. Look at everybody was probably happy, having a good time. Myrtle, thank you so much for the follow. Having a good time, and then she just put a big, huge cloud over the whole thing. I finally understood. Fighting back tears, I glanced at Archie, then back at Steve's mom. Give these presents to Steve. We're going back to my house, where there's always enough chairs. I just love the message of this book. It's so subtle. It's a powerful message, but a subtle message. On the elevator ride down, neither of us spoke. As we left the building, Archie broke the silence. At least we gave Steve our gifts. Come on, I said, let's go home. Steve wouldn't even get a gift from me. I'd be like, Is that your mom? No way. No, thank you. Mm-mm. I'm taking my gift. Do you ever feel like you want to speak up but you can't? Archie asked quietly. Yeah, especially in school, I replied. Archie paused. Well, next time you have trouble, I will speak up for you. Because that's what friends are for. Aw. I love that. And look at, again, these colors back here, these vibrant colors. Look at how pretty this is. Greens, pops of green in there. I have to learn how to work with watercolors. Back at my house, my friend and I shared a giant bowl of ice cream. Aw. They went home and they had their own party. And then the kids, all washed in colors. And that's why Mr. Gill told us for over 40 years he always had an extra chair in his classroom. And because he never forgotten how he felt that day, everyone will always feel welcome in his classroom. No one will say there are no more chairs. All are welcome here. Prince Hairflip, really thinking about that. Really thinking about that. I was thinking of doing painting projects for each Wednesday, but I gotta look into it. I gotta look into it right away because Project Wednesday is coming up quickly. That'll be a lot of fun. We could do like a little small one. They've got a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube that you can look at. I love this picture. So there's Mr. Gill. There's the chair, and then he's got this diverse group of students. Definitely a picture for our times, a book for our times. And then here's the real Mr. Gill. Daniel Gill, there's his friend, Archie Shaw. It says, each year before Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday celebration, I would tell my students this story. I felt that my experience at a birthday party when I was their age might help them to fully understand Dr. King's words. When this story received attention in the press, a producer from a television network tried to reconnect Archie and me. Unfortunately, she found out that he had died of COVID in 2021. I hope he would be proud to know this story has touched so many lives. I learned that several schools have adopted a chair as a symbol of acceptance. I have received emails and letters from people who shared their stories of equity and inclusion. I hope no more chairs will motivate you to share your stories of allyship with your children and grandchildren, to encourage them to live their own stories. May you have a chair in your heart for anyone who comes knocking at your door, filled with anticipation. And that, my friends, is why we read children's literature. And that, my friends, is why we read children's literature. No more chairs. Great art, great story, great message. You can't get, this is a piece of art. Isn't this really good, Prince Hairflip? This is a piece of art. If you were to take any of these pictures, blow them up, and put them in a museum, without the words, without knowing it was children's literature, you would just be entranced by this picture because of the art. Because of the art. Because of the art. Without the words, this picture conveys a message. The message is not positive. We don't know. If we didn't know the story, we could just look at this and know with her, the way the woman is standing, her shoulders upright, and the facial expressions on the kids. a lot of good art. I'm gonna get this one from my own library. So look at that. All right. In the comment section, you guys are getting really good titles tonight. Really good. Mm-hmm. Why do we read children's literature books? Angel. Children's literature, you know, we often think about, you know, we think about good books, and when, as adults, when we go into a book section, or anytime we see books and we think, I don't have kids, or maybe my kids have grown, I don't need to read books anymore, children's literature book. We forget the high quality of some of these books. Yeah, some of them are silly, some of them are fun, but there's a lot of high quality art and a lot of high quality storytelling in these. We started with Grown with Love 1. Next we read The Yowlers 2. And then No More Chairs 3. I'm going to say all 3, but this one so far, the first one. This one, definitely one at the top, and then the other one's really good. Really good stories. All right. Earlier today, we read this one called You Be Grandma. I read this one to the East Coast. But I'm going to read you guys this one. You Be Grandpa. And then tomorrow we'll switch. So you guys will get to hear the You Be Grandma and then the You Be Grandpa. Grandma one. We love a good end page. The Little Sleepy Rabbit. Get some. You Be Grandpa. Aww. Grandpa's too tired to be Grandpa tonight. Can you be Grandpa just for the night? So there's Grandpa. Grandpa's a little bit too tired right now. Too tired to be Grandpa. Can you be Grandpa just for tonight? He's asking his grandson that. Put out my PJs and snuggle up close, or pick out my PJs and snuggle up close. Read me the book I love the most. Aw, it's very sweet. Jump on the bed, I know it's not right. Join me for a pillow fight. That's a very Grandpa thing to do. Can you be Grandpa and wish me good night? Grandpa's too tired to be Grandpa tonight. He planted a garden, sowed seeds by the bunch, made you a humongous sandwich for lunch. Aw, these are all the things Grandpa did. That's why he's tired. He planted a garden, sowed seeds at by the bunch, and made you a humongous sandwich for lunch. That sandwich looks really good. Went out to the stables to feed Lucy and Joe. Tried out your skateboard, took it real slow. Not even I would do this. Forget that, I'd break something. Laid in the hammock, found a dog in a cloud. Tickled your tummy till you laughed out loud. Oh, that's sweet. Picked your grandma a pretty bouquet. Grandma. Walked the dog at the end of the day. Grandpa's got a full life. He's busy. Can you be Grandpa and turn off the light? Grandpa's too tired to be Grandpa tonight. He built a campfire and made some s'mores. Beat you bad at game of thumb wars. That's so sweet. Played hide and seek and watched some TV. Pop's not as young as he used to be. Tomorrow, bud, if you want to go fishing, you better do what Grandpa is wishing. So please be Grandpa and fold down my bed and kiss me on the top of my sleepy old head. Pat my back and hope I don't snore. Then tiptoe out and close the door. So funny. Grandpa's so tired he needs a rest. Oh, please be Grandpa. You'll be the best. He's like, I don't think I like this role switch. I need to be the one taken care of. What's that, buddy? You tired too? You'd rather me be Grandpa instead of you. Guys, remember, for those of you who were here for the summer, remember we had our summer reading tent? We put our Project Wednesday stuff on the sides here. That was a lot of fun. Oh, all right then. I'll let you win. Help me up and I'll be Grandpa again. Fritz Harfleck, remember that? We made those fans for the summer. That was so much fun. For you'll always be my pride and joy, 'cause I'm your Grandpa and you're my boy. Aw, that's so sweet. The end. You be Grandpa. Guys, a really good title. You guys are getting really good. Lots of love tonight in the books. Lots of love. We started with Grown with Love 1. Then we followed that up with the Yowlers 2. I know, Grandpa, we love a pomp, Prince Harfleck. No More Chairs 3. And then You Be Grandpa 4. In the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. Since we ended early tonight with 4, we're gonna get you guys are gonna get an extra title tonight. You guys are gonna get an extra title. And the reason why you guys are gonna get an extra title is because we read this one about pancakes earlier. So good. Tess, yes, all of these are on Amazon. These are new. These are new, fresh titles from the library. This is published in 2025. No More Chairs. This one's 2024. Grown with Love. This is a really good one. For the plant lover in your life. The Yowlers. (2024), very recent. And then You Be Grandpa. 2024 as well. So all recent titles, fresh new titles. Now we're gonna read Pancakes for Breakfast by Tommy DePaola. This was in the 1970s, so this is going back. But we love a good pancake book. Pancakes for Breakfast. I think you're going to be able to relate to this character a lot. So the story opens, we got this cute little cottage somewhere probably in the East Coast. Right? Prince Harfleck? Love pancakes. I was telling the East Coast that there used to be this place here called the Pancake House. Ashley, yes, Stregonona. We've read Stregonona before. That's definitely Tommy DePaola. And they had bacon-flavored pancakes. They had these little chunks of bacon in the batter, and they'd make the pancakes. It was so good. Especially with sweet syrup on top. So this one doesn't have any words. We have to go. It's just a picture book, so we got to make it up. So here we find our character. She's up in the morning. She's got her little cat sleeping with her. The dog's stretching. Everybody's asleep. Everybody's getting up. Everybody's getting ready for the day. Everybody's ready to eat. And then she feeds. She probably fed the cat and the dog. Me and Cosmo for real. Right, Lindsay? This is definitely Pebbles. She loves to cuddle in between my legs. She likes her warm little patch. And she wakes up and she's thinking of pancakes. Now, oh, your kitty's gray too? Yeah, Pebbles, she's like a little white and gray spotted mix. She gets up in the morning, and you know, one thing that gets me up, always gets me up in the morning, even though I hate waking up in the morning, is coffee. I love coffee. And when I think about my coffee in the morning, I'm like this lady getting up. Hold on, I have to get this little puzzle piece. I'm like this lady, motivated. Quick motivation, quick dopamine hit to think about food. She's like, I'm gonna make some pancakes. So she's like, okay, what do we need to make a nice big stack of hot, buttery pancakes? She goes in, looks at her little recipe book. Coffee tastes even better when you buy this. Caitlin, I love it. So true. John, yeah, pancakes are really good. I love it. Melted butter. Notice what she's pointing at. She's probably thinking, damn, I'm gonna have some of that butter, some extra butter today. So she gets out her bowl, she starts mixing. And then she realizes, she takes out the little tray, there's no more eggs. Gotta have eggs when you're making pancakes. So she goes out to the little hen house. She bundles up in some warm clothes. It was so worth the money, really, Caitlin. I gotta check it out. What kind of coffee maker is it? Is it the espresso / coffee maker? So little red hen, little red house. She goes in. She gets her organic eggs. Uh-oh. Then she realizes she doesn't have any milk. She has the eggs now, but she doesn't have milk. So she goes out again. Goes to her cow, milks the cow. Oh, how fun! I used to be a barista. I want to invent an expression. Oh, that would be exciting, Lindsay Armstrong. It's a really good idea. Oh, invest. Oh, invest in expression. Yes. So she goes out to her grass-fed cows. She milks them. Brings it back into the house. Pours it into the little cup there. I know, invent one. Mixes her mix. Oh, she's gonna churn some butter. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna make some butter. She's churning that butter. Notice that she started at 5:30 in the morning, and now it's 7 o'clock. She's been at it for a while. She made her butter. She made her churned butter. Look at the dog and the cat. She should have fed the dog and the cat. But then she went to go get some syrup. She's out of maple syrup. Girl, you should have gone grocery shopping the night before. Or at least got everything ready. So she goes out, gets dressed, and there she is talking to the new maple syrup for sale. So she goes to the store. She goes to the guy who makes organic syrup. Notice how everything she eats is organic. Everything's freshly made. So she goes home, mixes up the pancakes. She's got that little nice potbelly stove. And she's getting ready, or no, she's going home, and she's thinking about, now that she has that syrup. Yeah, celestially. Angel, I think they're probably really good creamy pancakes with globs of melted butter. So on her way home from buying the syrup, she's thinking about how much fun she's going to have eating those pancakes and making them. It's the Ninja Cafe Deluxe. It's single serve. You can make Oh, how fun. The Ninja Cafe Deluxe. I'm going to check it out. And when she gets home, look at what she finds. The dog has eaten all the eggs, and the cat spilled the milk and is drinking it. And look at what she does with the syrup. She drops it. All deflated. Look at her pancakes are flying away. Her dreams cast away. Then she smells something coming out from the inside, outside. She puts on her coat and then she goes to the next door neighbor's house. Hey everyone! And look at the neighbors are making pancakes. She was determined. If she couldn't make it, she's gonna find somebody who was making them. I love the man's overalls. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So she went to the neighbors. She's pretty fattened up with them pancakes. And then look at the dog and the cat after they ate the eggs and the milk. Especially the cat. These definitely are my cats after they've eaten. We love a good potbelly stove in children's literature. The end. This one makes me hungry. Definitely want to get some pancakes after this. Guys, you guys got really good titles tonight. Really good titles. Let's review. We started with Grown with Love 1. 2, No More Chairs. 3, The Yowlers. 4, You Be Grandpa. And because you guys did really good tonight, you guys get a 5th book, Pancakes for Breakfast. In the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. I'm going to say all 5. You guys got really good titles tonight. You guys got spoiled. 5 really good titles. In the comment section, let's see what everybody's thinking. John John Pancakes for Breakfast. This one's an oldie but goodie. This one is published in 1978. Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. 1978. Yeah, spoiler for choice. Yeah, Tony DePaola, he's passed away. He's got tons of titles. He's got a lot of titles. It's good to check him out. I wonder if he's got an anthology. We're going to look for an anthology for the Tony DePaola anthology. Because he's got really good stories. Strega Nona. We read that one for Christmas. Have a good night, Angel. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for tonight. It was good seeing everybody tonight. If you are going to bed, have yourselves a good night. If you're going to stay up a little bit late, enjoy the rest of your night. We will be back again tomorrow with all new fresh titles. Hopefully I will have a model for our Project Wednesday project for us to do. Everyone have a good night. You're very welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Everyone have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow.